Welcome to Pour the Wine. It's Rom-Com Time, where we'll sip some wine and review all things rom-com on the Hallmark Channel. I'm Amy.
And I'm Gary.
And you can send us an email to pourthewine@romcomtime@gmail.com and let us know your thoughts about our podcast or anything Hallmark related. We would love to hear from you.
We sure would. And if you wouldn't mind helping other Hallmark fans find us, you can leave us a 5-star rating at Apple or on Spotify. And if you like watching us, you can hop on over at YouTube at Pour the Wine is Rom-Com Time. Click that like button. Click the subscribe button so you don't miss any of our episodes.
All right. Do you want to get right to it?
Let's do it.
Let's do it. Today we're going to be reviewing True Justice, Eye for an Eye. It originally aired on the Hallmark Channel on Saturday, May 23rd, 2026, and stars the returning Justice Warriors, Catherine McNamara as Casey, Markian Tarasiuk as Eli, Marissa McIntyre as Sarah, and Alexander Nunez as Liam. Nikki DeLoach and Benjamin Ayers also return as Professor Ambrose and D.A. Quinn in that order. And I don't think we need to say too much about Nikki or Benjamin.
Nope.
Do we? They are
two big guns.
Hallmark stars. Nikki, we last saw her in A Grand Ole Opry Christmas, and we last saw Benjamin Ayers in Hope Valley 1874.
Yeah. Two good shows.
Yes.
So
one movie, one show.
One movie, one show. And the show just finished up, so.
Yeah, it just wrapped.
Yeah.
Yep.
So
I almost said
to
series
them.
finale, season finale.
Yes. This was directed by Lisa Soper. This is her Hallmark debut, so kudos to her.
Yay.
She has also directed the next installment of True Justice, Lost Love, set to be released sometime this year. Now, Nikki DeLoach and Megan McNulty are the writers. This duo has written 6 movies together, including the first True Justice and now the third one. So,
very cool.
Let's drop this synopsis.
Amateur sleuths tackle a fresh challenge at a local school, diving into the fierce world of parent politics. And aren't parent politics fun?
Yes, they are.
Their investigation uncovers hidden agendas and unexpected alliances as they navigate the complex web within the community.
And there you have it. Dun, dun, dun. And this is the part of the podcast where we let you know that we'll probably drop some spoilers. So if you haven't seen this yet, please pause us, go watch the movie, come back and let us know, or just listen all the way through our podcast, then go watch the movie and let us know. There you go.
And we're not going to give away who did it.
No, we're not.
In this whodunit. We'll try not to give away, too much. We'll try to talk around things if we can, but we might accidentally say some nugget.
Yes.
Because it's a mystery and we want people to watch and enjoy it.
Oh my God. So what did you think? What's your...
I want you to go first. What did you think about True Justice, Eye for an Eye? What's your first take?
I loved it. We've actually watched the first one a couple of days ago because we didn't even know about this.
Well, it was like a week or two ago. It wasn't a couple of days ago. But.
And I loved that one. So I was excited about watching this one. I enjoy that there's these college students who are in law school and they each have their own individual talents and they come together to help right the wrong.
Yeah.
And who doesn't love a mystery and who doesn't love a suspect murder board?
A murder board. I know we love a murder board.
Yes. I love the way it's shot. I love the way when the Justice Warriors are kind of narrating the scenes, how they're there, but they're not there. And overall, I really enjoyed it. It had me from get-go. So what about you?
I think now we haven't seen too many of the Hallmark mysteries, right? We don't really watch the Mystery Channel that much. Not that we're opposed to it, we just haven't, right?
Yeah,
like the crossword puzzle mysteries, and I can't even think Aurora Teagar. Like we haven't seen any of those. Now we've been watching the Signed, Sealed, Delivered, and those are considered mysteries,
right?
But in terms of mysteries like this, we haven't really watched. I mean, it's probably like our fourth one, maybe
Right.
3 Hannah Swenson, maybe fifth one.
Yeah.
Mistletoe Murders we watched, we really love, but that's
N-
Christmassy, so that,
Nellie Knows Mysteries or
Nellie
something.
Knows, yeah, we've
Yeah.
seen those. But um I really, like you, I agree with everything that you said. I really, really enjoyed this. I mean, we liked the first one, but I think this one is almost better than the first one.
Yeah, this one
You
was
know, because
better.
the first one you're getting to know the characters and everything, and it was good, but and that one was actually filmed in 2024, and well, I'll get into that in a little bit, but you know, think Scooby Doo meets Mission Impossible.
Scooby Doo.
You know, because you have the Scooby Doo of it all with the van, and
Yeah.
there's, you know, 4 of them, and
Right.
they need a dog, I guess. But you know, they each have their own talent, and the Mission Impossible part, like when they have their earpieces and their
Right.
somewhat disguises, not really disguised, but you know, and then you have
Mustache
the
and wigs.
PTA twist, although here it's called the PSC,
Right.
I guess, not PTA. And if you know anything about PTAs, I've been there, done that.
Yeah.
Treasurer of PTA, only I didn't embezzle any money.
Hence why you're still here.
Yeah, so I did not go to jail.
Right.
But it's just a smart, entertaining mystery. The dialogue and the pacing kept things moving really well throughout the whole movie.
Right.
You know, the Justice crew themselves, which you talked about, is spot on casting wise.
Mm-hmm.
I think they're each just perfect for their roles. And I really wasn't all that familiar with the actors who play each of the Justice Warriors,
Right.
but I really like them. And then the mystery itself, I thought was just really cleverly unraveled throughout the whole movie. So
Right.
I enjoyed it a
Yeah.
lot. I thought it was really well done.
Yeah, I thought they did a great job in not revealing too much too soon.
Right, right.
So,
Did you guess at the beginning?
I mean, you know, like most mysteries, they have that upfront person who you just think it is.
Yeah.
And then 9 times out of 10, it's not. So I didn't guess who it actually was, but let's just say I got half of it right.
You got half. Okay, okay. Well, for me, I never know. So they always have me guessing.
Right, right. But yeah, I mean, I just, you know, I just thought I'm glad this is a new mystery series because
Series for them.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, because we are getting the third one sometime later this year. You
Mm-hmm.
mentioned that, right? When
Yep,
we
yep.
So they filmed, I listened to the Hallmarkies podcast, and they interviewed both Catherine and Markian.
Mm-hmm.
And it's a really good interview. You should go check it out if you haven't listened. It's not that too terribly long. I think maybe 20 minutes. But they were saying that they filmed the first one in 2024, and then they filmed the second and third movies. The third one is, what'd you say, Lost in Love, I
Right.
think. They filmed those back to back.
Mm-hmm.
And then Markian, which we'll talk about in a little bit, there's a Nellie Knows Mysteries
Connection.
crossover. So when they were done filming the third movie, the second one back to back, he went and filmed the Nellie Knows mystery, his role in that. And he said that was just like a day shoot for him. He just went in and filmed it. And I thought that that was kind of cool.
Yeah.
So I'm wondering why they waited so long to release it,
Mm-hmm.
especially since when was Nellie Knows Mysteries Manners of Murder? That was that this year? That was this
That
year.
was this year, yeah.
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So just a really fun crossover between the two. But I thought that was interesting. And they said they filmed for 12 days for each movie.
Right.
12 days.
That's not a lot of time.
That's not a lot of time.
And my brain doesn't function like that.
No. I mean, good for them. Good for them.
Yeah. You really got to be good at your job.
Yeah. Really,
All right.
for real.
So you want to talk about the crime? You want to go ahead and
lay it out
there?
Well, there's not really too much to tell, except so the crime is we find it a hunter, a female hunter, finds a body in the woods, and the body is frozen. So it's frozen in the snow, and the body is of Catherine Harris, and she was the president of the PSC, the Parent School Coalition.
Yes, you got it.
Parent Schools Coalition. I know I
Mm-hmm.
have PTA in my brain. So she is dead ski. She's dead. Someone killed her. We
Yeah.
don't know who.
Not yet.
Not yet, anyway. Well, we know who. We're not going to tell you who it is, but we know who
Right.
it is now.
Right.
So then they have, since she was part of this PSC board, there are quite a few suspects.
Yes.
Do
So
you want to go over the suspects in this one?
yeah, so there's 10 members in the PSC, but this movie only focuses on a handful of them, like 3 or 4. So we
Well,
had
because the other ones all had what, alibis or weren't
right,
relevant to
right,
the
or
right,
their spouses. So
or their spouse, right?
here we go. So Sharon, who is the one that was convicted of the murder, her daughter Lily was being bullied by Kimber's daughter,
Kimber or Catherine's?
or I'm sorry, Catherine's daughter.
It was
Yes,
Right,
Catherine's
right,
daughter.
right.
So she gets charged with the murder. The next person is Sharon's husband, Dave. All right. Well, he's not part of the PSE. He's just a spouse, but he gets questioned. The next one is Sherelle Anderson. She was the treasurer, but she got kicked out from being the treasurer because money was missing.
Mm-hmm.
So we
Mm-hmm.
have that little mystery going on. Then there's Kim.
It's funny how the math wasn't mathin'.
You never get away with it, people. I don't
No.
understand why you do it. Then we have
Well.
Kimber, who thinks she's the ringleader of the PSC and wants to now be the president. So she's a suspect because there's motive there. And then you have Kenneth Randolph, who is Kimber's spouse or husband.
Oh yeah, Kenneth. Right, right.
Yep. But he's not part of the PSC. Well, I don't think he is, but anyways. And then you have Tariq. I can never pronounce his last
Petroyson.
Petroyson. I don't know why I
Tariq
cannot pronounce that.
Petroyson.
And he wants to be the president now. And him
He is a member of the PSC.
And he's a member. And he wants to, and him and Sherelle kind of join forces in this whole movie. So, there's suspects there. And then we have, last but not least, Austin Harris. So,
which is Catherine's
husband.
And
so
the spouse is always a suspect.
Yeah, always. And there are your suspects in a nutshell.
Well, it's quite the list. And you have, like you said, the PSC members, and then you have some spouses. And Sharon, I guess Sharon's been convicted of the crime.
Right.
Already. And by the time the Justice Warriors get involved, she is in jail.
Yes.
Already, right? So the Justice Warriors, Casey, Eli, Sarah, and Liam are all hanging out at Casey's place. And that is Casey's place, right? Where they end up with right. So they're all hanging out, and Liam is getting information about a murder, and the person who is serving the time might not actually be the killer.
Right.
And he's kind of intrigued by that. So he proceeds to tell the other 3, they're getting ready to watch a movie, and they have popcorn. They're kind of chilling on the couch. And he's basically like, hold on. And they're kind of annoyed with him until he says he might have another case for them. And they're like, yeah, we're ready. We're cool. I thought that was really cute.
Really cute how they did that. Yeah.
Yeah. So, and this is what you talked about at the beginning. He starts to discuss the case as they know it so far. And as he's narrating it, they're showing the scene itself. So they're like put in the scene of the murder.
Right.
Well, the murder isn't happening. It's already happened, but they're kind of going. And the way that is done is so good.
Really,
the storytelling there is the way they tell the story is so good.
I know.
So he's talking, and they're kind of, they're in the snow, they're walking around, they're looking at the body, only they're not really looking at the body because it's already happened, but they're visualizing what's going on, and they're piecing together, where her body was found. And so it's just, I thought that was really good. And then that same type of narration and scene comes through at the end.
Yeah.
Again, when they're revealing what actually happened.
Right.
And so I really enjoy that. So you get it at the beginning and then you get it at the end again. I don't think you get it in the middle, do you?
No,
No, I think
no.
it's just the begin. Yeah, it kind of bookmarks the movie, and it was just really well done.
Yes, it was. And I really enjoyed those two scenes.
Yeah, yeah, the way it was shot and everything. So that's kind of where we are. So they decide they're going to go. They're going to go talk to Sharon, who's sitting in jail, and they're also going to talk to
Her husband,
the
Dave.
guys are going to go talk to her husband,
Mm-hmm.
and they're going to determine whether or not they're going to take the case.
Right.
Spoiler alert, they do.
They do. And they find out some interesting things.
Right.
From both of them.
After their discussions. Yeah.
Right. So.
Yeah. So.
All right. So do you want to, can we just talk about the murder board real quick?
Yes, the murder board. We love a good murder board. Oh my gosh. I know I say this every time we talk about murders or murder board, but we play Hunt a Killer, the game. If you haven't played it and you like mysteries, play it. It's fun.
Yes, it's fun. Especially if you have, like 4 or 5 people.
Yeah.
It's really fun. So
yeah, it's fun. It's also fun with just you and I when we just play it too. But we have a murder board.
Yeah.
It's a lot of reading, it's a lot of digesting, it's a lot of note taking, but it is fun.
And encryptions,
I can never figure it out. You usually do, but it's fun. So we have a murder board. We love a murder board.
And what does Sarah say? That was funny. We're gonna need a bigger board.
Oh, she does say that at one point. Was there something else you wanted to say about the murder board though before we get to that?
No, I just love how throughout the movie, it gets filled up more and more and more with pictures and writings and sticky notes and it's just so cool.
It was cool how they did that.
Yeah. So
yeah.
But yeah, so that's the murder board.
Hence the murder board. But yes, there is I don't know if I want to save those lines to the end, the scenes.
We can save them if
that
you want.
Sarah. Yeah, I'll get back to that in a little bit. But the first shot, I do want to talk about. I know we're going to get into some more favorite scenes, but there's a shot at the beginning. Now, Nikki DeLoach plays Professor Ambrose, and she's got a whiteboard, and she's writing on the whiteboard, and they're talking about an eye for an eye. Get it? Name of the movie. And she's writing eye for an eye, and they're discussing what it means and what its origin is. And I love there's a shot that they shoot Nikki from behind the board, the whiteboard, and it's clear, and you can see through it and everything, and you can see her writing. But then when it pans around to her back writing, it's just the whiteboard, and it's not. And I thought that was really just
that
clever.
was a really good transition.
Yes, I liked that a lot.
And that's the other thing I like about this is they start off with, that's how the movie starts. So they were talking about retaliation law, which is an eye for an eye. And that's what this case was about. So I thought that was pretty cool. They start in class, and whatever subject they're learning is actually what the title of the movie is
relatable to what they're doing.
What they're getting ready to do.
Yeah.
All right. So you want to get into some favorite scenes?
Yeah. Let's talk about some really quickly, because we don't want to give away, I guess, too much of it. One of my favorite scenes. So the crew, they have to go undercover. It's decided that Eli and Casey are going to go undercover as prospective parents to the school where the PSC is, right? And just the fact that this is where I love Casey and Eli. Now they're not together yet, right? But it's sort of like this slow burn. They're kind of flirtatious and everything, and they have to go and pretend they're this couple who has a kid that's coming to this school, and they're in disguises. Now she's wearing a wig.
Right. It's a black wig.
And Eli is wearing a mustache. Now, how much of a disguise that is, I'm not really sure. Which he had said he was not going to wear, by the way. He's not going to wear. He'll never wear a mustache.
Never wear a mustache.
Alas, he's wearing the mustache, right? Yep. And so I have to say, and this is an aside from the actual script, when Catherine McNamara, who plays Casey, she's in this black wig, and she looks so much like Shannon Doherty.
Yeah, she did.
It was like, oh my gosh, it just reminded me so much of her in 90210. But anyway, I said it out loud when we were watching it, and because we normally don't talk about things, but anywho. So Eli and Casey go to the school, and Liam and Sarah are in the van. So that's where like the Mission Impossible part, the Scooby-Doo-ish part, right? And
Yes.
I think they have earpieces in.
Yeah, they do. Yeah.
Eli and Casey have earpieces in, and they're trying to, and Eli also is wearing this ascot, which is this like scarf around his neck, which I thought was hysterical. People of money.
It was so funny.
So I really enjoyed that. And they pick up some clues while we're there. Casey overhears what the PSC meeting going on. Right. And so I thought that scene was really cute and worked.
Yeah. And it was funny how, Eli was trying to, he was ad-libbing and he's not really good at it. And
right.
I love that in the van watching all this is Liam and Sarah, and Liam and Sarah kind of just jonesing on him like, oh, such a rookie,
Yeah, rookie move. Yeah, it's really good.
So yeah, that was a fun
scene. The writing
scene.
is so good. The writing. Yeah. Yay.
Yeah. One of my favorite scenes was when Liam and Eli go to Kimber's house to try to find some clues. And Kimber had left. She went somewhere. So they go to break in the house, and Eli wants to do things by the book, and Liam's kind of like, let's just try the door handle. And actually the door was unlocked. But Kimber's son was in there, and he's got some virtual glasses on, and he's got a sword, so he's playing this game. And Eli's like, we can't go in there. But then the kid says something like, enter if you dare. And Liam goes, oh, I think we just got invited in. And I wonder if that would work in court, right?
Yeah. Well, yeah.
So the whole scene is they're trying to get in, find clues and everything. And they actually find something on her laptop. But in between trying to find things, they're kind of weaving and dodging the kid playing this game because he can't hear them.
Right. He's totally immersed.
And he can't see them. So they're talking and moving in between this kid as he's swinging a sword. And I just thought the way they shot that was, it was so good.
It was really good.
It was good and it was fun.
Yeah.
Although when they get back in the van, he has the kid's soda and he drinks out of it. And that's just nasty. Sorry. I just had to say that. That's just nasty.
So Kimber's son had a soda on the counter.
Yeah, it was like a Slurpee or something.
Eli, maybe it was a Slurpee. And Eli, and who picks it up? Liam? Yeah. Liam picks it up, right. And that's what they take out, and then they end up drinking from it.
He does. Liam does. And I'm like, oh, nasty.
Nope, I forgot about that, yeah.
Oh, that was so funny.
Oh, my gosh. Now, was that... So when you're talking about... I'm trying to get a little... That was a different time. Okay, I'm thinking ahead to the party.
No.
That's kind of where my brain was. This was before the party.
Right.
They went to Kimber's house.
No, actually I think it was after the party. I kind of jumped ahead. Because they were going to use the excuse that they had left something because they were the caterers. They had left something if she was actually home. Yeah. But she wasn't home, so they made out. So what was another one of yours?
Just the crossover with the Nellie Knows mysteries.
Yes.
Because Eli is, and this is a spoiler if you haven't seen it yet, but Eli is reading the paper. Mm-hmm. And I think it's Sarah who's like, what are you reading there? Who actually reads the paper anymore? And he's kind of like, my grandma sends me this column. And I just thought that was such a great way to incorporate it and reference it. And then the fact that he actually is in the Nellie Knows mysteries Manners of Murder with his grandma, right? He goes there and so I love the crossover. I hope we get more of that.
Yeah, that was good. You caught that. I didn't even catch that.
I wasn't even expecting it.
Yeah, you caught that.
And we're so like, duh. We watched True Justice, Family Ties, and I didn't connect that he is the grandson that goes, because we love Manners of Murder.
Right.
And because we hadn't seen True Justice 2 years ago, we didn't make the connection. But then when we were watching this and he had the article. I was like, oh my gosh,
It's
that's
him.
Eli, the Eli that was in. Oh, I'm so dumb.
Oh, that was
That
so
was such a
funny.
good moment for me anyway, but
Yeah.
I like that. I really like the scene where, they go undercover. They, again, this is very Mission Impossible. They go undercover as a catering crew
Right.
to a party at Catherine's. Yes. Kimber's house. I'm sorry. Yeah. Catherine's the dead woman. At Kimber's house, they go undercover and they are trying to get more DNA samples from suspects that are there.
Right.
And I just thought the way they played it out, I won't go into all the details, but it is just a really great scene. You have Liam in the van, you have the three others in the actual party serving, finding out information. They have the earpieces in. Liam is guiding them around from the van. I just thought that was so cool.
Yeah, because they
So
were
cool.
wearing cameras so he could see what was going on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, and they all have cameras, so
Yeah, that was a really good and really well shot scene.
Right. And there's some clues that come up there that
Yep.
Casey's able to get, and they do get their DNA that they need. So
Every
really cool.
every last one of them. Yep. So let's move on to like the clues. You want to talk about the clues?
Well, do you want to give specifics? I think do we just want to do favorite clue?
Yeah, let's just do a favorite clue.
All right. So mine, if I had to pick one of my favorite clues, and I won't say what it is, but it ends up being the murder weapon.
Right.
I liked how they came around to figuring it out and finding it.
Yes.
And I don't want to say too much more because I don't want to spoil it, but I thought that the way and the scene where they do actually get it was really well played. Also, well played. Well, see what I did there? See what I did there? What about you? What's your favorite clue?
A clue. No, that was mine too.
Are we playing Blue's Clues?
I know, right? We got to get our little pads.
Yeah.
You just figured out Blue's Clues.
Okay, all right.
But no, it was so, again, I hate saying it was so well done, but it was so well done. And it's just, for being the second movie, their chemistry, they really all worked well together.
Yes.
I mean, they fed off of one each other. And I liked how each one of them kind of had their own thing. Like Liam is known for his photographic memory, which he does.
Which Sarah finds annoying.
Yes. Sarah, she's the forensic expert.
She's like, I like it, but it's annoying. The photographic memory. Yeah, she's the forensic.
And then you have
Liam,
who is, of course, the hacker, the computer gurus. And you have PJ, who wasn't physically in this one. She was like FaceTiming. She's the one that's got a guy. I got a guy.
I got a guy. Yeah, she knows somebody.
She knows somebody.
She knows somebody.
And I hope she's in the next one because I really like her character. And then you have Casey, who's kind of like the leader, and she's kind of like a little bit of everything. So,
well, she leads with her heart. She gets the information. She's, protective of her brother.
Yes.
And her family life. And she is about setting things right for families because, they're missing their parents. And I think that's what she really sees in, Professor Ambrose. Is that I think she confides in her a lot, right? And she goes to her for advice and
which I think
maybe
is cool.
Sees her as a mother figure-ish a little bit. Maybe because she bounces stuff off of her. So I think she's sort of the compass of the group.
Yeah.
Keeps them on track and in the right direction.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
And I love how D.A. Quinn, who they're all for some reason afraid of, but he's the one that kind of gets them through all the red tape when they actually need something legally done.
Yeah.
He's the one that cuts through the tape for them.
He really, and it's so great because he and Benjamin Ayers and Nikki DeLoach aren't in it, a ton, but they're in it just enough sprinkled throughout. It's perfect.
And it's
just perfect balance for the Justice Crew.
And I love how they're actually together. Like they're dating.
They're a couple.
And the kids, or I call them kids, but Casey and Eli, they can't get it out of their mind the picture stuck there, right?
The picture is
when they kiss, they're
yeah.
like, oh, I still can't get used to that. But
Yeah.
yeah, I like that.
Did you say what your favorite clue was?
No, mine was what you had said.
The murder weapon?
The murder weapon.
Okay. Or what ended them finding the murder weapon.
Yep.
Okay. I just wanted to make sure. I was like, wait a minute, maybe I'm drinking too much wine tonight. I don't know.
Yeah, there was a lot of clues that led them to that point.
Yes.
But that was my favorite.
Yeah. So all right. So let's go on to best alibi. Who had or should we say, why don't we say what the best alibi is, but we won't say who it's attributed to.
All right. So mine was the Botox.
Has to be. Hands down.
No,
has
Botox.
To be. Yes.
Okay. Yes. All right. Botox. So we're on the same page because
we're not going to say who, but someone has an alibi.
I love
and it's the Botox
that they did that.
Yeah.
That had to have been so funny when they picked that, because that was like out of left field. But in reality, it's something that people do all the time. So I can see. Oh man, so that's good. I'm glad we were both on that. There was another one, but I'll say that people can watch it and find out what they were.
All right. What do you think about the final reveal? Again, we're not going to say who it is. We'll just talk in general about
when they confront everybody.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought it was, again, this is where they use that they're not there when they're talking about who did it and why they did it. I thought that was really good. And how they had these PowerPoint things and because they end up doing it in a classroom, and I just thought it was really well done. So yeah, I mean, thumbs up to that.
I agree. So the Justice Warriors are the ones who kind of walk through what actually happens, and as they're narrating it, you're seeing the scenes.
Yep.
They're kind of in the scenes, and it's just such a cool way to tell the story.
To wrap it up,
Yes, to wrap it up. I thought it was really, really great.
Yeah.
Really great.
Yeah.
And throughout the movie, you have relationships starting to brew. Mm-hmm. You have Liam and Sarah kind of a little bit. Liam has this crush on Sarah, right?
Yeah.
It's kind of brewing a little bit, and she doesn't really realize it at first, but she's going to get, she's going to get it.
Yeah.
And then I think maybe she does come around. And then you have the Casey and Eli. That's kind of brewing a little bit. There's a little bit of they get into a little argument, but that's resolved pretty quickly, I think.
Right.
And
so
they handled that part really well. There's some funny lines in it.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
All right. So let's get into some cheers and jeers. What are some cheers for you? Which we've covered a lot, I know.
Yeah. Again, it's the way they describe the scenes, both in the beginning and at the end.
Yeah.
How these kids came together to right a wrong, and how their teacher is a mentor. I just, there's a lot going on, but they did a really good job at telling the story.
Yeah.
So what about you? That's one of your cheers.
I agree. I think the storytelling is so great. I actually think the directing was great.
Mm-hmm.
I said the storytelling, which implies the writers, they wrote such a good mystery.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like, and like I said, we're not mystery gurus. So, but I really didn't know who it was. I thought the way everything was laid out and revealed throughout the movie was great.
Yep.
I thought, and there's some like you think it's one person, then it's not. You think it's this weapon, but it's not. Like there's all kinds of little layers to it.
Mm-hmm.
And then in addition, you have the personal stuff going on. I just thought it was really good storytelling, a really good, just a really good mystery.
Yeah, I agree.
And the way it was delivered, I thought, and like you said, the chemistry between the Justice crew, I keep saying crew, the Justice Warriors
mm-hmm.
is so good. It's like they've been working together forever. And like you said, I can't wait to see the next one.
I know.
I'm already excited. I don't even know when it's dropping, but I'm excited. And I really hope there are more in the future. Maybe they're onto something, with this cast.
Well, they definitely have a hit. So
maybe Nikki and Megan, that's her name, right? Megan McNulty.
Yeah.
The other writer.
Mm-hmm.
Hopefully they have some stuff in the can, or maybe they've already written, a few. Maybe we'll get a Christmas mystery.
Yeah. Ooh,
Wouldn't that be great?
I
Oh my
bet you we
gosh.
do. I bet you
Yeah.
we do.
And then I have to mention there are 2 lines. You talked about it earlier.
Yep.
This is a cheer from me. So there's one scene where Sarah, she's when they're looking at the murder board, which we love so much, she says, "I think we're going to need a bigger board."
Yes, she does.
Has to be a shout out to Jaws. And if it's not Nikki DeLoach or Megan McNulty, please let me know.
Yes, in the comments down below. In the comments.
I would love to know, because we're going to need a bigger boat. Everybody knows that from Jaws. If you're a movie guru, you know that. And then, I kind of was like, oh, that's got to be a shout out. Maybe it's not. Well, then later, I got to find the quote. Again, it's Sarah. So she must be the movie person.
Yeah, she
right?
is.
Because she's in her lab and she's in her lab and they're like FaceTiming or talking or whatever.
They're talking on the phone. Yep.
On the phone to the rest of the Justice Warriors.
Mm-hmm.
And she says, "I love the smell of a sterile lab in the morning." And I immediately was like, oh my gosh, that's number 2. Maybe there were more. And that is, of course, a shout out to Apocalypse Now and the famous line, "I love the smell of napalm in the morning."
Yeah.
Which was said by the late, great Robert Duvall. I don't even want to get into him because, oh my gosh, loved him so much. And he passed away in February.
Yeah.
But I just really, I wonder if there were more, and we just missed them. But those were 2 for sure that stood out to me.
Really obvious.
So
for you,
I got a cheers to that.
You.
I love the little nuggets. I love little nuggets like that. And I don't always pick them up,
Yeah. You're like, hold on a second, rewind that.
Yeah. So cool. So shout out.
And then you asked me, do you know what that's from? Like, I'm going to know.
And you said, yeah, no, that's a no. I definitely.
But you do. You always know. So you're good at those movie trivias. I'm good at solving the mysteries.
Well, that's the more important part.
All right. Do you want to talk about jeers, like one jeer?
I really didn't have any. Okay. We kind of talked about this being come on, Hallmark.
What are you doing?
We had this what are you doing, Hallmark? All right. Do you have a couple? I didn't really have any.
I had one. Okay. The wigs. All right. So, yes. So she's, okay. So Casey, the first time she wears a wig is black, right? And they're going up the stairs and they meet I guess he's the football coach or athletic coach.
Yeah.
Yeah. And he's looking right at her and he's having a conversation. And then later on in the movie, she goes to talk to him because his statement was redacted like a lot. So she wanted to know exactly what he had said. And now she's wearing a blonde wig. And at first she has glasses on, but then she takes them off and he doesn't recognize her. Come on. I know there's a good wig, I guess. I don't know. But she's got the same face.
I don't know. He sees a lot of kids. He sees a lot of people.
But it was only like the next day.
Do you think you'd be more like, gosh, you look familiar? Like, it would have been funnier if he would have said something like that, but maybe not known where he could place her.
Right. So that was kind of my jeer. I didn't really, there were some other ones that were, would they really do that in real life? I don't know. But that one kind of got me because I was
no, there's always some suspension of,
right.
disbelief you have to.
But, other than that, no, I enjoyed it.
No big.
Yeah.
All right. So the quality of the mystery itself from start to finish, what did you think? I guess we're going to do this on a scale of 1 to 10.
Mm-hmm.
How strong of a mystery did you think this was?
I'm going to give this one probably an 8.5. Yeah, it was, I think the way they released the clues throughout the movie was good.
Well, did you know right away? No.
No.
I
didn't know.
Yeah.
I had a feeling, but it didn't pan out all the way. So I'll just leave it at that. What about you? What'd you rate it?
I would say an 8, a solid 8.
Yeah.
I thought it was a really good mystery. We don't watch too many of them, so I don't really have a lot to, base it off of, but I really enjoyed it. and the fact that I'm looking forward to the next one. I mean, I know there was a mystery we watched recently, and I won't say which one it was, but you were like, you knew who it was right away.
Yes.
Yeah. And it was kind of a bummer because it was like, oh, it was so obvious, right? Like who the murderer was.
Right.
So
yeah.
But I would give this one an 8 because you really don't know. You're like, well, is it that person? It could be that person.
Yeah.
It's always that person.
They did
Are
a
they
really
telling
good
us
job.
what we want to know, or do we not know? Are they trying to trick us? Is it too obvious? Like I felt like that. Yeah. So.
All right. So.
All right.
Is that a wrap?
Well, are we gonna?
We got to
do
rate
out
it.
of 5 corks. We did the mystery quality.
So out of 5 corks, what would you give this one?
Overall, the movie, I would give it a 4.5.
Yeah, me too.
I thought it was really, really good. I would recommend people watch it. I think you're really going to enjoy it.
Yep.
You do not have to have seen the first one to enjoy this one. There are some reference points, of course, that you might be like, oh, what happened? But it's not, I think you can watch this and not have seen the first one.
Right.
And be totally fine with it.
Yep.
Yeah.
I agree.
So what about you? How many corks would you give
No, I'm going to give it a 4.5.
Overall, 4.5. Yep.
So I really enjoyed it.
All right.
All right. So is that a wrap?
That's a wrap.
All right. Well, thanks for listening. And again, if you want to help other Hallmark fans find our podcast, we'd appreciate it if you give us that 5-star rating on Apple Podcast or Spotify. And if you enjoy watching our podcast, hop on over to YouTube at Pour the Wine. It's Rom-Com Time. Hit that like button. Hit the submit or subscribe button.
Subscribe.
And never miss an episode ever, ever, ever again. And guess what? We reached our goal of 200 subscribers. Yay! We're actually at 206 now. Yes, Woo! 206.
Cheers to that for
sure. Cheers. Now our next goal
very exciting.
By the end of the year is 300. So tell your friends, subscribe, and enjoy our podcast.
Make sure you follow us on Instagram and TikTok. Those are the 2 social media platforms we are focused on.
Yep.
Right now, and let us know what you think about everything. You can send us an email to pourthewineisromcomtime@gmail.com. Yep. And just make sure you follow us wherever you podcast so you don't miss a thing. Yep. Until next time.
Cheers.